What is up? This is Deathstalker Airsoft coming to you just by myself this video. Of course, not gonna see it in the background. He's just gonna be in the background messing with all his stuff like a loser. A poor, poor loser. Isn't that right? Nah, okay, so ignore him and just pay attention. I'm gonna bring you, this video is gonna be the top 5 tips you need to know if you're a beginner or even if you are trying to improve on an airsoft. So, real fast, this is the first type of airsoft video. We still haven't got our team fully together. We still haven't picked the name yet, so we don't know what it is, so we're not going to announce our team fully yet. I'm just bringing you, right now I'm going to do a kind of an airsoft series, just me answering questions if you guys put questions in the comments, and just give you guys as much tips as I can. I know that some of you are gonna not really like this, some of you will, but I'm gonna give this an experiment. Tip number 1, of course, your weapons. You want to make sure you always have a good set of weapons, especially if you're beginning, because some teams don't like having to recruit you and then later on realize, oh shit, he doesn't have weapons. What the fuck are we gonna do? Well, basically just get yourself, if you're a beginning, get yourself a basic rifle that's gonna do you good. You don't really need a sidearm unless you go into milsims, which as a beginner you're not going to go to, or they're not gonna want you there just because you're a beginner. And so you're gonna want to get yourself a good rifle, practice with your friends, of course, all that greatness. Tip number 2 is, of course, once you get on a team, you want to make sure that you are coordinated with your team and not just doing your own thing. I've seen a lot of teams that there's that one person that, like, screw this, I'm gonna do my own shit, and you guys can do whatever you want, and that team always loses. But then, of course, you go on and you watch a bunch of YouTubers, airsoft YouTubers with teams, and they're actually pretty good because they're coordinated with their team. Like I said, we haven't fully gotten our team together, but we're gonna train people to be coordinated, meaning they're not gonna be able to just bullshit around and just go wherever they want. Which, by the way, sorry to offend you, but I'm gonna be cussing if I end up. I'm not one of those really kid-friendly YouTubers, and neither is my friend. We don't enjoy having to censor ourselves. So if you don't enjoy watching this, or, well, you don't enjoy watching it because of the cussing, don't let your kids watch my channel, because this is not the right channel for them. To get back to it, so whenever you're on the team, make sure, of course, you're coordinated and that you don't bullshit around on the team. Tip number 3 is just making sure you're all prepared, you're trained up, and if you do go to milsims, just be prepared, because some milsims are gonna have they don't care what distance it is, you will get shot. Some milsims, of course, you have to be within a certain amount of distance in order to be able to actually shoot at the people, and some just don't give a fuck. So basically, you're gonna have to realize that you're gonna get shot, and if you don't enjoy that, then this is not the correct sport for you. Go play football with your friends, or go play baseball or whatever, but airsoft is not your sport. I've been in airsoft for a good amount of years now, and I've realized I'm still not good, but I realized that even though I'm not good, I can still get kills. But if I get shot, I'm not one of those that gets ticked off, because I've seen a couple of YouTubers that get mad if they get shot, which they're stupid, because they got into the sport, they knew they were going to get shot at, but yet they still get mad, which is ridiculous. Get out of the sport, go do something else, but don't be an airsoft or paintball, because this is not the sport for you. Sorry to my fellow airsofters that are out there. I'm not going to say any names, because I don't know if anybody wants me to say their names or not, but basically, if you're not gonna accept getting shot, you might as well not be in the sport at all. Tip number 4 is, as much as relying on your teammates, don't rely on your medic being there with you 24/7. So really take as much cover as you can. Make for sure you have a person with you whenever you're going to breach into a building, and make for sure that they always, make for sure even if you're the person behind them, you tap on their shoulder letting them know you're ready to breach. Because if you don't and they don't know, you're going to get shot outside or your breaching isn't going to be good. So you need to be coordinated with your breaching. Another tip is just have fun at the same time. Yes, it is a sport where you're going to get shot, but you can have fun with it. It's not war, but you can make it feel like war if you want, which is what more people do, which I think is actually helps you out better, because you're gonna start to coordinate with your team. You're gonna start using as much tactics as you can, and if you're on a team that doesn't use it, get off that team now, because you want to be on a team that you know is gonna more than likely help you out with winning. So yeah, those are basic tips. Now, if you're looking for a basic rifle, don't be spending $400 or $500. Get a good one that's around the $200 $300 range, because those are your better rifles. I've experienced with my first time of ever getting in Airsoft, I bought a $120 rifle from Walmart, which don't buy rifles from stores like this. Try and get them from actual Airsoft places, because those are where you're going to find your best rifles. I experienced it because my gun started jamming a lot, and I don't know where the battery just stopped working. It was an ARX, and I played with a couple of rounds against my friends, because I don't really go to milsims, because I don't really have a team. I had a team in Oklahoma. They weren't actually wanting to be a team, so I ended up ending that within a couple of months. And with my ARX, it didn't last long. It lasted maybe a month or two, but it started unexpectedly not working. So whenever I moved down here to Texas, I ended up buying a rifle that was like $200-300 from my friend. My M4 that I currently use, which you'll be seeing on videos, I only have an optic on it, which is another thing I'm going to talk about in a little bit, about what you want to use for attachments, what the correct ones are for where you're going with Airsoft. But really, just make for sure.
What the fuck?
Really? Really?
I didn't fucking do ads.
Anyways, just ignore that. By the way, this video is going to be unedited, so if you don't like unedited videos, caution. There are going to be a couple of videos where I don't give a fuck and I don't edit them.
41 views on your first video.
What?
You have 41 views on your first video.
Nice. Just basically making sure you got a good rifle. I mean, I'm not going to say that the M4 is the best one to get, because it depends on how you are. I got a friend that's like, he wants to look terroristic, so he needs to buy like an AK-47 or AK-74, or any type of Russian-made rifle or something that looks like a terrorist would use, even though really he should go towards the American side, since the majority of our team is we're gonna be looking American, so he's gonna be the only odd one in there. But basically, just make sure you have a really, really good rifle that's gonna work, that's not too expensive for you, but it's not too cheap, because if you buy cheap, you're gonna get a plastic-made one, and that's not good for you. You want one that's at least a metal body, because that's your best one, especially whenever it gets shot. More than likely, the plastic one's gonna start reacting to getting, like if it gets hit. So basically, just making sure you have a good body that won't destroy itself, pretty much. Another thing is, whenever you're running attachments, the best thing is just mainly run a sight and a grip. If you're new into Airsoft, you're not gonna want a mock suppressor, because yes, it does give you a barrel extension, but it's not really that effective. It may give you a little bit more range, but it's something you don't necessarily need. You can get it, of course, if you want, but my suggestion is just mainly run like a PEQ system, if you can find a cheap but good working one. A sight, preferably like an ACOG if you're if you're one that likes long distance. If you don't, run like a micro red dot sight or holographic or something that's close range. Just basically making sure it's your type of rifle, is your attachments are going to be based on what you like to run. Like me, I like to run my M4, of course, with just mainly the M4, so I have a weird red dot looking sight and a grip on it, and that's all I have on it for right now until I get a PEQ system or a laser that actually will fit on there and stay on there compared to the ones I bought from Academy. Don't ever buy ones from Academy because they are going to fall off, and if they fall off in the middle of the battle, you're not going to be able to find them because you're going to forget where it fell off, so it's going to be a long while to find it. So basically, just make sure the attachments are something you're going to use, and not just something later on you're going to be like, I don't want to run this anymore, I want to run something different. So if you're into looking like Special Forces, then yes, you might want to run the Mach Suppressor just to give it that Special Forces look. If you're not, and you're running Assault looking like your basic infantry, then you're not going to want to run it because it's not going to look the same. Another thing is, whenever you go to matches, a lot of the milsims are going to make you have an orange tip on your gun to make for sure it's the correct thing. So if you're going to run a flash hider, you might want to end up making sure you have that orange tip with you in case you take it off, because a lot of matches are going to kick you out if you don't have that. So, I mean, these are the basic videos. I'm going to bring you more. I'm going to try and bring you a series of us talking about our equipment like we told you before. But if you're watching this currently, this is a tips video. It should help you out a little bit even if you're in Airsoft. I know that I'm not the best Airsoft, but I enjoy the sport. It is a sport. It is a military simulation sport, but it's not played in school. But you can still have fun. You can still have your friends from school join your team or join their team. But just make for sure you have fun while playing, and also still be serious with it no matter what. So if you're watching this currently and you don't like this, you can dislike it if you want. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button if you haven't, or press that like button. But I'm not forcing you to. If you want to, then I appreciate it, and I will continue to bring you better videos. This is currently filmed off of my phone because our camera that we've been using that we used for our last video is currently trying to charge, so I'm gonna try and bring you another video off of that. But right now I wanted to get another video onto my YouTube channel because I don't have much videos. I know this is long. I'm gonna try and let you guys go in the next minute. But yeah, and then also, before I let you go, an update on the whole game capture card. I found another solution to bringing you live streams. I'm going to be looking for my friend's Connect, which is like a camera, and I'll try and bring you guys videos, of course, from Black Ops 2, just different challenges. So also, please comment challenges you would love to see off of Black Ops 2, and I'll do that, even playing online. I'll try and do those those challenges if I have it. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Please feel free to press that like and subscribe button. Thank you. This is Deathstalker Airsoft reporting out.